Hey YouTube, whether you are a novice or advanced, stick around and watch how to make this cottage ivy wreath. It is so simple, anyone can do it, and it's beautiful. Hello YouTube, welcome back to another design session with Brian Lane Designs. I'm Brian, and today we are going to be learning how to make a cottage ivy wreath. If you are a beginner or if you are advanced, I mean, these types of wreaths are very nice to make. People love just all greenery wreaths. And that is just what we're going to do today by using just this one spray that I have. And this is called a cottage ivy spray. And this is all we're going to be using to go all the way around this wreath. And we are not going to be making any ribbon, no bows for this. It's just going to be just this greenery. And at the end, we're going to put a few things in there. We're not going to glue them in, but we're just going to put a few things in there to show options that you can do with this. If you don't want an all greenery wreath and you would like to have some color in there, then stick around because at the end we're going to add in some different options that you can add to this, and you will be able to, whether you sell them or keep them for yourself, whatever you want to do. But it will, if you prefer something with some more color, then you can do that with this wreath. But to start out, we are only going to be adding in this cottage ivy spray. I think it's going to be beautiful when we're finished. And so having said that, if you would like to purchase this ivy from me, you can go to my website. It is www.brianlanedesigns.com. And you can just, in the search engine part, you can just put in cottage ivy. And that should bring this up. Or you can put the number 3029. That is 3029. And that should bring it up also. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So I wanted to let you all know that this is going to be just a greenery wreath. We're going to be using this, only this, but then towards the end, as I said before, I'm going to go in and add some things in that can give it color if you want to add color to it. I'm not going to be gluing them in, so I am going to just be doing that for demonstration reasons. But, however, having said that, I am going to go in and put each one of these items that I'm using in, and I'm going to take a picture, and I'm going to list it on my Etsy page and my website, and that way I can give people the option. They can take that wreath just all greenery, or they can take it with different colors. So those are just some options that you have to use, okay? All right. We are using, this is Sold Space 101. I don't know exactly how many of these we're going to end up using, but if you want it, it is Sold Space 101. And again, for you on YouTube, if you want to order this, it is item 3029, or you can just search for the word cottage ivy, or just cottage. Probably cottage will bring it up, okay? Also, I wanted to let you guys know on YouTube that I am going to be recording, doing a live on Facebook at the same time that I'm recording this for my YouTube channel. So when you hear me talk and call out something that is sold space this, it is the item that I'm using, and I am in a live sale, so people can purchase it that follow me on Facebook. So that's what that is all about. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get started. And so the first thing that we're going to do is, you know what I have noticed? I've noticed that I am starting, I say so a lot. Like now that I'm editing my videos for YouTube and everything, I have really been picking up on that. I'm like, I've got to stop that. I don't know why I do that. But have you noticed me saying that, David?
Yes, and you frequently say, I'm going to go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead.
Yeah, just.
I know, I do say that.
I'm going to put this here, not I'm going to go ahead and put this here.
Hey, Isabella, were you there? I know, I miss the Atlanta market.
You mean Dallas?
I'm sorry, the Dallas market. Sorry, yes. Okay, I just did it, see? Okay. No, I said so. Yeah. Anyway, gosh, I might have to do a lot of editing on this video. All right, I'm cutting this first pick off because you're going to get 3 cuts on this, okay? So I'm just cutting it about that long.
Where'd it come from on the stick?
They saw me. I cut it right here. It was right here. And we cut it right there, okay? Just right where it came out. All right. And I'm going to start where I normally start. Normally my bow would be right here. This is just where I start. So I'm just going to put this in there. And we are just going to place that, open it up. We're going to cut there. And cutting here. And I'm just going to come on around with this. It's already looking beautiful and so lush, you know? I love it already. But when you are making this kind of wreath, it is good to, you know, give your customers an option if they want more color in their wreath. And I'm just going to come up under here underneath, right here. And I'm going to open this up. So this is our first section that we have finished, right right in here. So that's a little tall. We're going to bring that kind of curve that around. You want to make sure that you get these opened up really nicely because if you don't, it's going to cause you to have to use more than you really need. So this is what we have so far. Now we're going to go to our second piece. And make sure you get it to where you can see the really pretty green on the front of the leaf. And I'm just going to continue coming around. And we are going to go to our next cut. I'm just going to go ahead and cut that. And we're going to cut this. It's really just a matter of getting it all open so you can get as much coverage and as much fullness as you can. And plus, by doing this, it just brings it to life. It makes it look so much more realistic. And again, I'm just going to be using this, just coming on around. Just remember to keep your perimeter. That's the, you want to just make sure that that is there, so it's your eye follows all the way around. It's already looking so pretty, you all. Look. Now, again, this is going to be one of those wreaths that you are going to be able to see through, and you're going to be able to see the grapevine, and that's okay. That is completely fine for this wreath. If you don't want that, then just use, you can use more of this, or you can use a different type of greenery to go in there and fill in. It's just completely up to you, whichever you prefer. I mean, you don't want it too gappy, you know what I mean? You want to make sure it's full, but it's okay if you see some of the grapevine. So I'm going to add one closer up to right in here because I feel like that's a little too sparse right there. So I'm going to fill this out a little more. And then this is what we have so far. So when you are all the way around and you want to fill in more in certain areas, then you can start taking these and cut them up into more pieces to fill in, just to start filling in. But we're just cutting them in whole pieces now just to go ahead and get around our wreath. But again, you can make this as sparse as you would like, or you can make it, as thick. You can go as dense as you want. It just depends on how much you want to put in. So I'm just going through here just to place these because I'm starting to fill out too much here in the center. I don't really want to do that. I still want there to be like a nice opening in here. So I'm just kind of reshaping these. Do you all know how to keep a screen on? Like my MacBook Air, if there's no, if I'm not touching it or whatever, the screen goes dark. It just, the screen shuts off. Do you guys know by any chance how to prevent that from happening? I hate it. It drives me crazy. I think it must be put on some type of screen or, some type of battery saver or something mode. Now, I'm a little, maybe not as much as I thought. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to continue coming on around. And remember to put your stems when you're inserting to come down and out pretty far from where you were. Because like my last stem that I put in is right here. Like it's right in here, okay? And this stem is right here. So because you keep in mind that you've got length here and you've got length here that's going to be coming around. So you want to just give that room to open up and spread out. Now this, I'm going to bring this starting to come around that way with this, and I'm going to fill in right here. So I'm going to take this one and put right in here. And that's going to fill that little spot in. See, again, I'm starting to see I'm getting really thick right in here. I don't know if you guys can tell that or not, but it's getting a little thick. So I'm going to have to start opening this up and spreading these out some more. That's much better. So far, I've used 1, 2, 3, 4. I've used 4 of these. One, two, three, four, 5. This is my 5th one, sorry. This right here will be my 5th one. I'm going to add one right in here. Yep, that's perfect. Right there. Okay, and coming on around. Are you guys liking it so far? So YouTube, if you are enjoying this type of tutorial and if you're liking this, please give me some thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I upload 2 design videos a week on Mondays and Thursdays. That's what I'm trying to stick to. So I would love it if you would consider subscribing. And if you like this, please comment and like. Okay, I'm going to put one right in here. I feel like one more is probably going to do it. I don't know. This one kind of did the same thing. Gosh, I'm cutting it so close. So it's okay. You can just put some glue and put them in there together and they're going to be fine. Like that. All right, let's see. I feel like maybe if I might use one more after this one just to cut it up and put some extra pieces here and there to fill in if I am going to fill in. But if I'm going to add, if I did decide, for example, to add some color in with it, because some people, would like that. They don't like just greenery. I do, however. It's one of my very favorites designs is just a greenery wreath. I love them. I love just greenery. And but you would keep in mind, if you wanted to make a wreath like this and you didn't want to buy that many of the ivy picks, you always could go in with this and use, get a lesser expensive ivy pick and just mix in with it, and it would still be just as beautiful. I know it would. See, we're heavier down here than we are up there. That's why I am going to get another one. I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've used 6. So what you might want to consider doing is, that's like, we're already like almost, at $100. Well, we are just a little over $100. You don't want to put that much money into your wreath. So what I would do is I would, buy probably like maybe 3 or 4 of this, and I would get another inexpensive green ivy, and I would incorporate it in with this, and it would blend all the way around, and it would look, it would be just as pretty. So if you're making this for yourself, then, you can just use all of these because you don't have to worry about, marking up for sale. So it just depends on what you're going to be doing with this. But I just wanted to show you guys how to do it in case you wanted to in case you wanted to make it. Not that you would not know how to do it, but I was just going to show you like how I do it. How I would have done it from what I saw the picture. It's just a matter of putting it in and opening it up and just placing these pieces in the direction that you want them. This is almost like a bow. For me, I could work on this. I literally could stand here for hours and fiddle with this, And this is one of those things that it's not going to, just keep in mind that this is one of those things that's not going to look like it is growing out around the wreath, because this is ivy. It grows every which way. It doesn't know to all come, and curve and come around. So just, place it in there, and as long as you are within your perimeter of your wreath, you're good. Where you want to take it. But honestly, I would for sure take pictures, take a picture of it with something in it that gives it even more color, because this is a very pretty variegated. There's a lot of color in this because you have all of your different greens and stuff like that. So there is a lot of color. But if you want something really springy, I have things right here, that you can use. And this is something else that you can stress to your customers. This wreath can be, interchangeable. Like if you wanted to put something really springy with it, you could. If you wanted to put in something like take out the spring florals that you have in it and then use something more summery, you could do that too. Or you could just add all greenery to it, or you could add a flower in it that is for spring and summer. Typically, as long as it's not tulips or like hyacinths or something like that, flowers that only really grow and look really springy, in the spring, you can put any type, of floral with it and call it a year round. So I am going to go in and I'm going to put one right here because, like I said, I got really heavy down here. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a piece and I'm just going to fill in from here to here, like right here, to make that fuller. But look at what we have. Isn't that beautiful? I think that is so pretty. I think it turned out gorgeous, honestly, you really can't tell by looking at it, that it's fuller done here. Yeah, you might be, but that's just how nature is. Something is going to grow fuller in some areas than it is others. So you could leave that like that. In fact, I probably am. So now that I got a good look at it, but I love it. I think a little, you could put like a little bird's nest in here or something, and it'll make it so springy. I love it. I think it is so pretty. Now, I do have one piece left, and I'm going to take it and put it in at the top. And then we are going to start just sticking some different things in there to show what it's going to look like with some color. I think it's going to be beautiful. I think you guys are really going to like it. How's the puppy?
She was good.
She's ready for her people.
She is, but she went upstairs and laid down in the hallway in her upstairs bed and asked me to play her some music. So I did.
Oh. David is. David's taking care of our neighbor's dog while they are gone on a trip. And she is, she's a Shih Tzu, and she's blind and she's deaf. And she's probably, bless her heart, probably don't have a whole lot more time left. So she's so sweet. Her name's Molly, right, David? Yeah. All right. So now to me, this wreath is done. We are going to add a few things into this and to make it have a little bit more color. And but I think, David, look how pretty. Do you like it?
Yeah, it is.
I think that turned out so pretty. Look how full it is. Now, all right. So the first thing that we're going to add into this is gosh, I want to get pictures of it first. But I'm just going to show you guys. I'm not going to put these in. So I'm just going to put one or two pieces in. And I'm going to show you all what you can do. So, if you want to use some of this to add in to your wreath, it is, I did add it in to the sale tonight just in case you guys wanted to use something else in it. This is 103. This is item 103, and this is a 38-inch. It's called a Sweet Bells in blush and wine and pink. The whole thing. You don't have to add the whole thing. You can cut these into pieces if you want, but I'm not gluing these. I'm just going to see what it's going to look like before I cut these. I want to see if it's going to like hang nice and stuff like that. So I'm going to start right in here, just right here where I started in the beginning, and I'm going to put this right down in there. Okay, and then now, I think that this is really pretty, like that. However, I think that this piece is not, these three together are doing really nice. So I'm going to cut this one off of this pick, okay? And we're going to, we're just going to keep this one in there. Like that. We want this kind of coming down. And if you have this glued, of course, it's going to stay in place where you want it. Yeah, like that. So that's going to come around, come over this way kind of. That's going to come up. I want that one kind of hanging down some. And then we're just going to refluff our, it looks like that one's the one that's going to hang. So we have that. And then we've got this one, and I'm going to just come over here and put this one right in there. Right down. We can put that one, yes, right in there. Like that. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, so as you can see, this is what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead, since I've cut this, I'm just going to put the whole pick in, since I've already cut it, so you guys can see the look. Yes. So we're going to take this one, and I'm going to put it right over here. Like that. Okay. So this is showing you what you can do to have some color in here. If you wanted to add some color, this is one of the options that you can have. But like I said, if you really want to make this get really serious, so to speak, about this, you can take pictures, add this around, and you don't have to do it like completely all the way around. You can do like a clump here. You can do, like kind of put like one here, do like maybe three here, like one here, do maybe three here and one there. And it would just kind of, you would only have to buy 3 of these. So that is one way that you can, hi Debbie, add color to it like this. And I love that color with it. I think it's beautiful. What do you all think?
I want to see the other color.
So there's one. And by doing it this way, this is going to be a multiple wreath that you can list on Etsy. You can put this in, and you can list it as just the greenery. You can list it as this color. There's 2 listings that you have with this. And then the next one that I brought, thank you, Patty. I ended up using a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I ended up using a total of 7 of these to go all the way around. Um, but like I said, I don't know if you were in here before. If you don't want to spend that much money on the ivy, you can, get maybe like 3 of these or so, 4, and you can get another ivy and just like blend in, just like blend in with this and a lesser expensive type, and it will save you money that way. Um, so there's one option. The next option is the same thing, but this one is in cream, I think, or white. Cream, right?
This is on the tank, but I think it's cream.
Yes, cream. Now again, I'm just going to cut this about right here. And I know that last time I ended up using this piece. It was too long. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. And we'll put it at the top. Now you can take this one. I love this one too. Absolutely love it. Gosh, it would be hard to choose. And put that one in. And here, this is very farmhousey also. It's very, this is something that you can use on pretty much any type of home. But people that have the farmhouse aesthetic in their decor and stuff is going to love it. So you have this. And then we'll put this one up here again at the top. I like it when they kind of look kind of heavy and fall over. So there you can do that color, which I think is beautiful.
I hate to pick one, but I like that one better than the red one.
Yeah. That is so pretty with this.
But it also depends on if you're trying to match something that's got red in
Yes.
it, and you want the red one. But
okay, so then in this we have this last piece, and then I got something else that I'm going to show you guys that you can go in with, and you can add. And if you wanted this one is the same thing, but it's in the blue. It's in the blue and cream. Look how beautiful it is. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's good, but this has that yellow in with it. So I really think this is going to look really pretty with this too. This is just giving you guys options, I want to give you options that you can use for your Etsy shops, because I know that Etsy loves when you have multiples. They love it. So, and if you have multiples or something, the chances of them pushing your shop is a lot more than those. Oops, look, I was gonna glue that habit. So, they like it when you have multiples of something. Okay, so if we put this one in, let's go ahead. I'm going to put this one right here. That one's standing out really pretty there at the top already. So, and let's go ahead and cut this one for the blue. I didn't do it with the cream because it was so beautiful. And this one's also beautiful, but I wanted to just put the whole thing in on this one. You just have to refluff your greenery, your ivy, whenever you get in there and start pushing around on it. So here is the blue and the yellow, which I think is beautiful. Because I love that yellow in there showing through. All right, so here's that one. Now, okay, out of those, that's all that we have that I'm using out of that particular flower. Okay, so the next one that I have been really, really, really wanting to use it, and I passed it when I went into the building to get this ivy, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. So I'm finally getting to use it. So these are really, really pretty. See, the more you do that, the more you can just pull them out. That's why you don't really want to mess with stuff like that a whole lot. Or if you do, be much more gentle with it than I am. Because I just start yanking and pulling, and I start like I think Patty said earlier how I just manhandle it. So I forget these are little dainty little leaves. They don't want to be, they're so fresh. They're like baby spinach, they're very fragile. I mean, they're not. You can pull them and stuff, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying. It's a 15-inch thistle bouquet in yellow. Okay? So look how pretty these are going to be when you just start placing them in there. Now I'm going to put a pick on this just to give mine a little bit more length, but it's not necessary. So I'm going to go right in here with that one. That's pretty already. And so I'm just going to start placing these in. These it's up to you, but I would start placing these in one piece at a time. And you don't have to only use one color either. If you would prefer, you can mix these colors and let there be a mixture of color in here for you, if you would like. Of course, it's ivy, so you can do whatever you want to do with ivy. Add whatever you like. And here is the last one of that bush. Okay, now see how I think that soft yellow is really pretty in there. What do you guys think? So there is just another option that you can put in, and this would probably take maybe, if you place them out like this, I would probably do three of these, 3 bushes of that, and that would be plenty to come around for that. So that's one color that you can use. Okay. So I'm not going to pick this. I'm just going to put it in just so we can get a look, an idea.
Which one of those colors are you saving for last?
I don't know. Just whichever one I grab. Why?
This one?
And this is the last one of this color.
There's still yellow.
Oh, look, there's a yellow one in there still. So there it is with that pretty soft blue.
What color of blue sweet?
Huh?
What color of blue sweet bells up there with it?
And if you wanted to, David just had an idea, like if you wanted to use both, you could use that blue and you could add, you know, some sweet bells, the blue sweet bells in with it.
Oh, yeah.
Just for something else. Again, I have to, you know, keep flattening this. So instead of like cutting these and putting these in right now, I'm just going to hold these up here and let you guys look. Oh yeah, well, so you can see, oh, look how pretty that is. You know, look how pretty that is up against that, right? I love it. Wow.
Yeah, that pink really stands out.
It does. I don't know, that may be my favorite.
I still think the winner is one you haven't shown yet.
So you have this one, the peach. And it's very beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. So any of these colors to me is going to look beautiful with this because this is greenery, number one. All plants have greenery, pretty much. And so, you know, it's going to look very pretty. It doesn't matter which color you go with. At first, I thought I liked the cream better, and I still love, love, love the cream. But when I put this one up there, that one is just like really knocking my socks off. I think this soft peach, and it is the color of the year, you know. So this real pretty peach color would be just as beautiful. Now, it just depends on like what you wanted to do. But if you wanted to go in here and put, all of these colors together in there, you could, because, just as there are, it's the same thing as going in there and putting in roses and then putting in a different color, uh, maybe peony or in a hydrangea or something. You're just going in this wreath and putting a family of these thistles in. So if you wanted to go in there and use all of these colors, you could.
Those look great for arrangements too. The balloons are so big.
Yes, this is beautiful for an arrangement. Just to like put on a table or, anywhere. Especially like on an entryway table. It is so bright and cheerful, for spring. I love them. So, all right, everyone. There you have it. All right, for those of you on YouTube, thank you so much for joining and watching me today. And if you don't mind and you enjoyed this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider following me and giving me some thumbs up. I'd rather subscribing to my channel and giving me some thumbs up and comment. And let me know like what you think about the design. And again, if you wanted to purchase any of this, you can find this on my website at www.brianlanedesigns.com. You also can download the app on either an Android or an iPhone. Yeah, that's about it. So until next week, I will be back with another tutorial here at Brian Lane Designs. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.